cracking shot, mate.
Yeah, it started pretty straight, but it's now turning right into the trees. Oh, great. Hi, I'm Rob Davies here on the 13th hole at the Abbey Hotel Golf Spa. That tee shot I've just hit reminds you a little bit of yourself, where it starts pretty straight but then starts curving off to the right. Then you've come to the right place. Let's raise your game. So there's lots of videos and information out there about what causes slices, those shots that kind of have a big left to right curve on them. This one's going to look a little bit more about shots that actually start pretty straight but then curve off towards the end of their flight, which I actually see quite a lot of. A lot of people coming for lessons have exactly that issue. The good news is if your ball flight is starting down your target line, you are delivering a club face nice and square at impact. And a lot of people will automatically think if they see their ball slicing off to the right that the face is the issue. The real issue is the club path. So it's good news of at least you're starting the ball straight. You're getting your club face nice and square at impact. So the red line is representing the ball to target line. And if we're trying to hit a straight shot, then ideally we want the club path and the club face square to that line at impact. The real reason why that ball curved off at the end of its flight is because the swing path through impact was travelling out to in, or left of that target line. The club face determines the initial starting flight, but because the club face was open or right of the club path, then the ball is going to start pretty straight and then curve off at the end. So if you're hitting this shot regularly, then the first thing you need to fix is club path, not club face. So the easiest way to get this right is to change the direction of the bottom half of your swing. So you can see what I've done here with the club shafts on the ground is I've got them actually aiming slightly right of the target line. Now assuming we can still deliver a pretty square club face and a centered hit, then you might even see your ball draw a little bit. So still setting up the same, kind of visualising the club moving slightly rightwards through the bottom of the swing with your same club face delivery. Let's give it a go. Didn't quite draw, but it's certainly got no curve to it. Straight down the middle that time. Definitely something you want to try on the driving range. Using some sticks or some shafts on the ground can really give you some better visual guide on moving that club path. So we've got some TRACKMAN numbers here which perfectly shows that kind of shot that's starting straight and curving off to the right at the end. You can see the face angle numbers there, 0, that's square, but if we look at club path, 6 degrees out to in, that effectively puts the face 6 degrees open to the path. Launch direction is always going to be closer to face angle, particularly with driver or lower lofted clubs. So if you're hitting that shot, you need to work on path and potentially strike as well, because that can also heavily influence that initial starting flight. So if your ball's starting straight but curving off at the end, then you need to fix your path. Hope that video made a bit of sense to you. If it did, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow us on the usual social channels too, and look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers. Getting better at that now, aren't I?
Yeah.